Good morning, everybody. My name is Riddhi Mangla, and I live in Gangtok. So last week I attended a workshop named Indrajal, and I would like to share my journey with you. Okay, so let's start with it, right? So without wasting any time, let's start with it. Okay. So, let me tell you about day 1. What we learned in day 1. In day 1, we learned how to create storyboards, and we used newspapers and magazines. Like from newspapers and magazines, we tore irregular shapes and sticked them on a colorful paper to make it look like a storyboard. So I tried to make it, and I made 3 storyboards. And also I forgot to tell you that after sticking them on the paper, we had to create and imagine our own shapes. Like we had to imagine and make the drawing on the newspaper's piece. So I created 3 storyboards. First one. Second one. Oh, that's like so much. Second one. And this is the third one. So, in the first one, I made, using my own imagination, I made with the pieces of newspaper, I tried to make a planet, aeroplane, and forts, a long trail of forts. So this is the first storyboard, and to make it into a storyboard, I tried to add some of my imagination. So I made it into a planet, a fort, aeroplane, telescope, many more. And also I made to make it a story, because afterwards we had to make a story. So to make it like a story, I added some characters like a girl. In the second page, there are different shapes like this one. There is a unicorn, boat, home, floating in the universe, and face of a crocodile. And then later, to make it look like a piece of my story, I made its clothes. This is the third storyboard. In this, using the different shapes which I got, I made some curtains, a planet, a blanket, and a flowers in the third storyboard. So these are my storyboards, and I created them at day 1 of the workshop. So now you must be thinking, in second day what we did, right? In second day we learned how to imagine our story. So how to imagine our story now? The story I've imagined, right? I've imagined the story with the help of the storyboard. So, and I thought about it. So I thought about it a lot. And then at last I wrote the story. So right now, it's a secret to tell you, but I'll tell it afterwards. Before telling my story, I would like to tell you what happened in day 3. In day 3, we learned how to create mimes. Like, now what is mime, right? Mime is a art which doesn't need any language to be with. It doesn't need any language. All it needs is that your gestures and your expressions. Now, why do we need our gestures and expressions? To express our feelings which are present inside us. So to express that, we create mimes. So that is what mime is. So without wasting any of my time or even your time, I would like to start the story. So let's start the story, right? So this is, as I told, that this is my first storyboard, and you know what the explanation means over here, right? So I have to make the story. So I kept the title of the story as The Space Ride, and let's start the story. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Jasmine. She liked to watch the stars and form patterns in the sky, in the night sky actually. So one day she went to the fort to see the night sky. With her telescope she went to discover new planets, satellites, constellations, and many more. But as she was looking at the stars, someone said, a strange voice called her actually. "Hey girl, where are you looking? I'm here only. Look towards me." Jasmine was shocked, and she looked towards the sky. Like this, in a confusion she was, and saw a planet talking to her. Jasmine said, "Who are you? Can I know your name and where are you from?" Someone said, "As you can see, I am a planet, and you know a feature about me? That I can go anywhere in the space, and I don't just need any orbit." Jasmine said, "Yeah, okay, but can I know your name? You didn't just answer that." Someone said, "Oh, I forgot to tell my name. My name is Zuno." "What about yours?" Jasmine said, "My name is Jasmine." Zuno said, "Okay, that's a cute little name." Jasmine replied, "Thank you. And yours is super cute. I love that name, really." Zuno said, "You were watching the night sky, right? Did you find any constellations or planets or satellites?" Jasmine said, "No, I didn't find any constellations or any planets or even a satellite. Would you help me find one?" Zuno said, "Yup, I will surely help you find those. And you know that the direction you were facing just doesn't have one constellation also." Jasmine said, "Oh, I just didn't know that. So are you helping me with the help of finding the night sky, or not finding the night sky, actually the constellations, or you're just not helping me?" Zuno replied, "Yes, of course. Okay, so let's go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go!" So they saw unicorn, boats, and many more. Zuno said, "You know, we planets use this unicorn to travel from one place to another. And we planets also have a scientist named Mr. Magru. He makes many, many, many inventions for us to use. He is a great scientist." So now you must be thinking that who is Mr. Magru? Mr. Magru is this. He is a great scientist, as Zuno said. So let's continue with the story. Jasmine said, "Oh wow, amazing. You have such a wonderful life to live." Zuno said, "You know, Mr. Magru, he made a house for me so that whenever Mr. Black Hole comes nearer to all of us planets, then we get into our houses made by Mr. Mugru. They both, Zuno and Jasmine, visited many places in the space. And you know that Jasmine learned about many new facts from Zuno. They both enjoyed it a lot. Suddenly, Jasmine woke up. Yeah, you guessed it right. It was all her dream, right? It was all her dream, which she thought. Jasmine was shocked and asked herself, was it all her dream or was it reality? But when she looked outside the window, she saw Zuno. Right here you see that. Zuno asked, would you like to go again on the space ride? Jasmine rubbed her eyes like this and saw again out of the window. But again she saw Zuno. Then she felt that the ride she went with Zuno was real and not in her dreams. Zuno asked her again, ready to go, or now our friendship is broken? Jasmine replied, yup, I'm ready to go with you on a ride again. And friend, we have a pure friendship. And also, I consider you as my best friend forever. Zuno smiled at her, and both of them went together to find more such places and to make more such patterns and discover new facts also. And till now, both of them are best friends forever and loves to go to more space rides. Thank you. And before going, I would like to thank NGMA's team for conducting such a wonderful workshop. And if they conduct more workshop further, then I would be very happy to join them or to attend the workshop. And before going, I would like to ask you that did you like my story and my storyboards, or did you not? Do tell me. So, thank you. Bye. See ya.